this video, I'm just going to explain on how you can build academic confidence and how you can catch up if you're behind and how to be disciplined and how to make a best schedule. Okay, so let's start. Let's get into it. So, academic confidence. How do you build academic confidence? I know most of you at this point you're scared. Okay, so you look at your CA. Your CA is very discouraging. Okay, so now the only way you can actually get to build confidence, the only way you can build confidence, it goes beyond just studying. Okay, some of you, your study sessions are you open some notes, you study for 4 hours, then maybe you come and look at questions just before the test. Just imagine. Okay, so confidence comes by your ability to remember what you've studied. Okay, so when you're able to remember what you've studied, and then you are also able to answer questions from past papers and tutorial sheets, then you are confident. Now the question is, how do you ensure that you remember and then you're also able to answer questions from the tutorial sheet and the past paper questions? Because trust me, there's no other way of building confidence apart from being able to remember what you've studied in the past and also being able to answer the questions. You look at the question, you're able to answer it. So what gives you confidence? Even when somebody says the test is coming, the exam is coming, you're not shaken because you know if you open a paper, you've got the ability to answer and you're able to remember actually what you studied. Okay, so where do we start from to get to that point where you're able to remember and able to answer the questions? Okay, so now one thing that you need to understand is if you really want to be able to remember whatever you've studied, adding the ability to remember is adding the issue of questions. In your study session, every time, ensure that you prioritize solving questions. I know you can say, no, it's hard. I just start a topic. How do I look at questions? But if you dedicate at least, let's say, minimum of 2 hours. I know most of you study even up to 6 hours. If you dedicate a minimum of 2 hours to a course, take about 40 minutes to look at the concepts, the notes, or whatever mean you are using to learn, and then I would advise the 1 hour 20 remains for you looking at questions. Even if you answer just 4 questions, that's enough. It's worth it. Okay, so it's more advisable this time around. There are a lot of things that can help you look at questions, unlike odd times where you would work with only hard copy books. This time around you can just go on Google, you search for practice questions on a specific topic. Now the good part, in addition to that, you also have what are known as tutorial sheets. Okay, tutorial sheets. So if you look at the tutorial sheet questions, they are based on a specific topic. So if you've looked at a certain subtopic, you should be able to look at those questions, practice questions, solve as many questions as you possibly can. Okay, as much as you look at the already solved tutorial sheet solutions, ensure that you get to a point where you're able to answer them yourself, not by memorization, please, but by understanding. That is the only way you're going to build confidence. So I've said, ensure you do questions in your study sessions. Very important. If you're able to answer questions, even if your friend says, are you comfortable with electrochemistry? But because you know you're able to answer the tutorial sheet questions, you've even looked at a past paper question on the same topic, you are confident. You are confident. You can easily even move on to the next topic with confidence. Okay, that is the first thing. So you should be able to remember. Now the other second thing I said is the ability to answer. So you're building confidence for exam and the test. So the ability you need now is to be able to solve past paper questions in addition to theory sheet questions. How do you answer past paper questions? So there are times you can dedicate a session to say, okay, but this is not for now. Will you apply this a bit later? Maybe as you get somewhere in October or at the month end of September, you can see that you've done more than 80% of the course. So you can just say, get a paper, 2 hours, and try to answer it. A 3 hours exam paper, try to answer it in 2 hours. As you begin to solve those questions, look at solutions, confidence is going to be built. Not where a day before the exam you get a past paper, you are not able to answer it. Trust me. There'll be phobia. There'll be phobia. You'll be scared. You'll be afraid. Okay. The next question is, how do you catch up when you're behind, especially that you are now in August? How do you catch up? How do you best catch up when you're behind? Okay, so before I talk about catching up, um, if you are one person who struggles with understanding notes, or you struggle with solving the tutorial sheet questions, so Transcended Institute can actually help you to remember, like I said, and also help you with the ability of being able to answer questions. So the way we do it is our videos. If you learn a subtopic, as you learn a subtopic, you see that there will be practice questions just under that topic. So you can ensure that after you've learned the topic, before you actually get to see the solution, try solving it yourself. If you fail, you'll be able to see why you've made the mistake. Next time you try it, I'm sure you'll be able to get it right. Okay? Now, in addition to having practice questions under a subtopic, you also have now the solutions to the tutorial sheet questions, meaning that at the end of a topic, you can get the tutorial sheet itself, answer it on your own, and then compare as you watch the video. You'll be able to see where your mistakes were being made. Okay? So meaning that you've built the ability to remember by looking at practice questions, and also the confidence to answer questions. So the practice questions we add under subtopics are from the past papers and also the past tutorial sheets. So ensuring that you align to your course outline. Okay. Now some of you are wondering what I'm talking about. Let me try to show you something. Here we are now. We are on the Google. So the link is www. It's actually not www. It's learn.transcendedinstitute.net, and then we'll go to the site. So let's say I want to study a certain topic. I don't know. I like chemistry, but yeah. Let me still go to chemistry. Um, so don't worry about the order. So the first topic you're seeing is electrochemistry. So you've got the basic introduction to electrochemistry. You get to learn. So you learn the entire topic in that order. So videos are in order. And then there are some concepts that are actually very important where we spend more time. Like for example, electroplating practice problems. That's about 31 minutes. Okay. Equal stoichiometry as well. You get to learn from scratch. I think about over 20 videos. Oh yeah, 19. Yeah. So the third sheet questions are also, solutions are also available. I just don't know why they are not visible here. Thermochemistry as well, you can learn it. I know most of you have not done it. Chemical kinetics, you can also learn it. So you actually get to learn all the concepts, and in these very videos, they are actually practice problems. There are practice problems in these very videos that you are seeing here. Chemical equilibrium, you also get to learn like that. So this site helps you to easily get to learn a topic step by step while practicing with the questions, building the confidence that you basically need. Okay? So the same applies to all the other courses. All the topics that you've learned so far are there, and the topics that are added are also there. So that will ensure you to keep you on track. This is also one way of easily being able to revise. Okay, you can easily revise the topics that you did some time back. Okay, so how do you catch up when you're behind? Let's answer that question now. How do you catch up when you're behind? You know, there is class ongoing lectures are still proceeding, how do you catch up with the lecturer's work and then also catch up, revise what is behind you? Okay. So for me, what I suggest is, I think I'll answer this together with a schedule. Okay. I'll start with a schedule part. So my study timetables are usually funny. Yeah, they're funny, especially the first year timetable. So I'll consider the four courses: math, chemistry, physics, and biology. Okay. And then we've got 7 days in a week. Okay. Wednesday, Friday. It's actually Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But you people ensure that you have time to rest as well. You need to ensure you have time to rest. But anyway, let's try to just see what we can do. So when you are behind, or even if you're not behind, I suggest coming up with a timetable like this. Okay. So personally, even up to now, in my senior years as well, I still don't like doing more than two courses in a day, unless otherwise. My timetable shows I'm supposed to do two. Yeah, especially that you people even have labs. So two courses I feel are enough, unless you get at a advanced level like medical level next year or what. But for now, two courses are enough in a day. Okay. So now try to see what I'm going to do. So the basic idea is, if you look at your day, I like dividing the day in three parts. There's the morning, there's the afternoon, and there's the evening. So at least as a student, there's a moment when you are sometimes busy, either in the morning, you may have a lab, you can't study. Or it may be in the afternoon, you may have a lab, you can't study again. In the evening, you can't have a lab. So it's either you're busy in the morning or afternoon. Some of you go to church on a Sunday, so you may be busy in the morning. So somehow, there's just a day what is where either the morning or the afternoon is ruined. But of course, there's some good days where both are available. Well and good. But what I'm trying to give you is ensure you have space to rest. Okay. So now we'll put the first session and the second session. Only two courses. Dedicate a minimum of about 2 hours. Some of you have got a bit of studying even up to 5 hours. Well, what's an advantage? You can look at a lot of questions and build more confidence actually. And I'm sure in 5 hours you can finish a topic. You can finish a topic if you are serious. But of course, with frequent breaks. I don't recommend studying for more than 3 hours personally. Yeah, but if you can go up to 4 hours, better off. Not 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on a desk. No, not okay otherwise. Yeah. Anyway, so if you go for church on a Sunday or Saturday in the morning, you can't study. But the fact is, you still have an afternoon and the evening, so you have got two sessions as well. So there's no excuse of not studying two courses in a day, right? So we'll build it this way. If you put math there, it needs to come back again on Monday. Okay? If you put chemistry there, I'll go back to Sunday, don't worry. It needs to come back on Tuesday as well. But if you put physics on Tuesday, it needs to come back on Wednesday. What course have I forgotten? Biology. So if I put biology on Wednesday, it's supposed to come back on Thursday. I know some of the challenging courses that you people want to come back twice would be, at this point you've gone so long without math, so you can bring it back after 2 days. Math again Friday. And then the other course that is challenging to most of you is physics. But I'll put chemistry. Derivatory. Chemistry is also challenging to most of the students. So can put chemistry again twice. Chemistry again twice. Chemistry. Okay. So the other challenging course is physics again. I know biology is not usually an issue for most of you. So physics again. So you've seen again that you study physics twice as well. So this is the best way of making a study timetable, but it's just so biased to biology. I feel biology is not very hard. If you can study 4 sessions a week, 4 sessions each, 8 hours, that's enough. That's enough. But anyway, you can still decide what you want. But this is the way I would suggest you make your timetable. So if you are behind and you want to catch up, let's say you're doing trigonometry right now in mathematics. On a Sunday, study trig and look at practice questions. You can't study the entire trig topic in a single day. Trust me, you can't. So you can actually study it on Sunday and Monday consecutively. Okay? I'm sure you can be halfway done or even finish it up if you're very fast. But I would recommend you take some time. Okay? So if you know that even if you study twice, you can't finish it, I would rather suggest you study on the certain part on Sunday that you've done in class and just go a bit ahead. And then on Monday, of course, Sunday you're supposed to look at questions as well. And then on Monday now, you go back to a topic, let's say functions. You know, you didn't understand certain part of functions, maybe radical functions, radical equations, what? Review as much as you can on that very day. Okay? That way you're ensuring that you're striking that balance. Okay? And if you've dedicated your morning to study mathematics, don't study any other course, please. If it means you take a break, take a break. And by the way, school is actually better because the morning for me it's like up to 13 hours. The lunch is like the afternoon is like from 14 to 18, and the evening is like from 8 from 19 to I don't know what time you sleep. Yeah, so you have enough time to actually do a lot. Yeah, so the same applies to the other courses. Mhm. So this will ensure that if you don't finish up something, you can continue the next day. You can continue the next day to avoid, because some of you the issue that you have with your timetables is if you put math and physics, the other day you have biology and chemistry. So you may end up not following your timetable because you didn't finish what you wanted to finish the previous day. That is a problem. That's a challenge. So apply discipline. No matter how much behind you are, if you today are focusing on what is ahead, just do that. It will surely pay. Okay. So Transcended will help you easily revise the topic as you've seen. You can easily learn any topic at your free time at a very affordable cost. Okay, so the link to the site is in the description. Share with your friends, and by making it to the end of this video, you can just pay 100 kwacha to access all the topics in each course. So 100 kwacha per course, all the topics. This is valid from the 3rd of August to the 4th of August. Okay, let's say the 6th of August. I know very few people finish the video, so yes. Remember to share with your friends and stay blessed. All the best. If you've got any issues with your academics, you want more advice, you want personal attention, the contact information is on our website www.transcendedinstitute.net.